flying more people to space in a year or two than have ever been to space in human history.
We would have loved to have flown White Knight 2 and Spaceship 2 over from their current home Mojave for an actual flyby at Farnborough. But as George just explained, the vehicles are in the middle of an extremely important part of their test program, which naturally can't be interrupted. But wouldn't it have been wonderful to have them stay on and fly over the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games? Especially since BA was sponsoring them.
My name's Stephen Attenborough, Commercial Director of the world's first spaceline, Virgin Galactic. So today we're going to be talking about how we're continuing to push and pursue Virgin Galactic's vision, the vision of opening space to all. Our future astronauts have always told us that they expect the pinnacle of their space experience to be the revelation of seeing planet Earth with their own eyes from the blackness of space. Prince Sultan bin Salman, the first Arab in space and a good friend of our project, has described really powerfully in just a few words just how profound that experience of seeing the Earth from space can be. He was on board in 1985, I think, the Space Shuttle Discovery with astronauts of various nationalities, and he said this: "The first day we all pointed to our own countries. By the third or fourth day we were pointing out our continents. But by the fifth day we were just aware of only one Earth." I think it's really exciting to think that in the first couple of years of commercial operation, Spaceship 2 will be taking the citizens of more than 50 countries to space, many of whom, of course, are with us today. And I think that they may well be returning them all as citizens of planet Earth. Farnborough has long been established as the world's most iconic global aviation event, and during London 2012, it just presented the perfect venue for Virgin Galactic's milestone event. So I'd like to kick off the proceedings this morning by thanking Farnborough very much for having us.
My name is George Whitesides. I'm the CEO and President of Virgin Galactic and the Spaceship Company. For several years now, we've been working to conclude development of our rocket motor system. Now this is, of course, the most important part of our spaceship, the part that enables us to achieve such spectacular altitudes and such high speeds. It's not always been easy, but then again, nothing that is historic is ever easy. But it is worthwhile, and we know that we have to get it right. So today, I'm pleased to announce that all major components of our rocket system have been qualified for first powered flight. 3 weeks ago, Scaled conducted a rocket firing in Mojave at a fully integrated test stand that looks every bit like the back end of Spaceship 2 in every possible way. And the test went very well. It was a key milestone on our march to space. But it was not the only milestone. A rocket system needs fuel, and so we absolutely need the best fuel tanks available, light and strong, and capable of repeated reuse. So today I'm also pleased to recognize the teams at General Dynamics and Spincraft. I think we have some of the Spincraft guys here today, who have been working incredibly hard with their subcontractors to build our main and forward tanks. A man named Yuri Gagarin became the first person to go into space. Starting with Yuri, precisely 528 people have had that special experience. And I'm very pleased to announce today that Stephen and his commercial team just yesterday took our 529th deposit. It's our customers who are the people who enable us to move forward in this program with confidence, and we think about them each and every day as we build and test our space system. Flying more people to space in a year or two than have ever been to space in human history is a fantastic goal, and one that motivates our team each and every day.
Well, as my dad always said, isn't life wonderful? And just standing here today just illustrates that point. We also have many American friends with us, so please don't be offended when I say how lovely it feels to be showcasing our Spaceship 2 replica for the first time here in the UK, especially during such an historic year for Britain. Getting to space is hard, and it always has been. JFK made that very clear in his most inspiring of speeches. And although Virgin Galactic is not going to the moon, well, not yet anyway, the leap that we're making in the frequency, in the safety and the affordability of manned spaceflight is an enormous one. The last 7 years have been full of some tough moments and some incredible moments. Seeing White Knight 2 for the first time in a hangar Harley, gleaming white and galactic blue, gave us all goosebumps. But then to witness her fly for the first time against the backdrop of a desert sky, I think literally brought tears to all who were watching. And I don't exaggerate, we had hardened engineers, we had pilots, we had business people, they all had tears rolling down their faces. She has to be the most beautiful plane in the world. And today, I'm delighted to say that we can announce the next step of the galactic journey. It's a step that's been made possible by the continuing and fantastic funding support from our equity partner, Arbor. A step which will bring great long-term benefits to our existing Spaceship Two program. It will unlock new technologies, it will create new jobs, and it will help fast-track the potential of space as a powerful force of positive change. In the past year, we've established a highly experienced core team and have completed the initial design phase of a brand new launch vehicle, which is our very first orbital vehicle. A vehicle that will put small satellites into space much more efficiently, much more cheaply, and more reliably than ever before. And we've named her Launcher One. As you can imagine, that immediately gets me thinking about Launcher 2, Spaceship 3, and who knows, Space Station Alpha. But one step at a time, Launcher 1 is exciting enough for today. Launcher 1 will use our fabulous White Knight 2 aircraft to launch at high altitude in exactly the same way as the spaceship, and will share many of our other capabilities, bringing overall cost benefits to the customers of both businesses. I believe this new vehicle will create a long overdue shake-up of the whole satellite industry, disrupting current norms and limitations in exactly the way Spaceship Two has for human space travel and space-based science research. My confidence comes from more than a natural optimism, because even before this official launch, we have 4 private companies who have already put down deposits of future customers, expressing their intent to purchase multiple satellite launches, giving Launcher 1 the largest initial order book of any new launch vehicle in history. Launcher 1 is our first orbital vehicle, which will go around the world in 80 minutes. It's actually 90 minutes, and I thought around the world in 80 minutes sounded better. You're allowed to do that again. At 25 times the speed of sound, and at 18,000 miles per hour. Anyway, no wonder we're going to be proud of her. Anyway, my children Holly and Sam, who are in the audience, I haven't told them yet, but next year they will be joining me for their first voyage into space, which means everybody else will be following soon after. And our most enthusiastic future Virgin Galactic astronaut, Stephen Hawking. To confine our attention to terrestrial matters would be to limit the human spirit. The people in this room, from our Launcher One customers and future astronauts to our wonderful Virgin Galactic and Spaceship Company staff, have hearts, minds, and an unshakable spirit that already reside in the stars. I salute you all. Thank you.